A few of President Warren Harding's vices were whiskey, poker, and beautiful women. And together, these led to him losing a set of White House china in a single hand of poker. I'm Bob Summers, and this is a presidential story. Being president is a stressful job, and each president has different ways of relaxing to relieve that stress. For President Warren Harding, his method of relaxation was, once or twice a week, to have some drinks with friends at the White House while they played poker. This group was referred to as his poker cabinet. One thing to remember, Harding was president during Prohibition, which means that he was in charge of enforcing the 18th Amendment to the Constitution, which prohibited alcohol. And yet, liquor freely flowed in Harding's White House. Alice Roosevelt Longworth, daughter of President Theodore Roosevelt, was a regular at Harding's poker game. Alice remembered that First Lady Florence Harding would mix drinks in the Yellow Room for their guests. No rumor could have exceeded the truth, she said. Trays with bottles containing every imaginable brand of whiskey stood about. Attorney General Harry Doherty's henchman, Jess Smith, was the source of Harding's stock of bootleg liquor. Through the Justice Department, Smith accessed whiskey supplies confiscated by Prohibition agents. It was at one of these poker games that Harding lost a set of White House china. The story came out in a 1965 Associated Press article for the recently passed socialite Louise Cromwell Brooks. Brooks was once dubbed one of Washington's most beautiful and attractive young women. She was married 4 times, the second of which was to General Douglas MacArthur. In addition, she was also a personal acquaintance of President Harding's. In this 1965 article, written over 40 years after Harding died, the author, Betty Beale, recounted a story Brooks had told her in 1943, which was still 20 years after Harding died. Brooks preferred the story not be told during her lifetime, and Beale agreed to her wishes. As Beale told the story, Brooks held a tea party for Martha Taft, the wife of Senator Robert A. Taft, who was the son of President William Howard Taft and a current presidential candidate. Since Brooks was promoting the Taft candidacy, all the decor was presidential themed, right down to the plates stacked on the table. When Beale looked at the plates, she was shocked to see the presidential eagle in the center. When she turned the plates over, she was even more shocked to see the name Harrison printed on the china. Designed by First Lady Carolyn Harrison, the service was designed with a goldenrod and corn motif etched in gold around a white band of blue with 44 gold stars, representing the 44 states of the Union at the time, forming an inner circle. Sadly, First Lady Harrison died before the service was delivered. Beale went to Brooks and asked her where she got the White House china. "That's an interesting story," she said. "I won it in a hand of cold poker from President Harding." Brooks was an occasional player in the Harding poker games. This particular game was at her house. In the middle of the evening, Harding said, "Louise, let's play a cold hand of poker, just the two of us. Winner names the stakes." A cold hand in poker is one in which each player is dealt a face-up hand of cards, and the highest ranked hand wins. Unlike standard forms of poker, no cards are concealed, no additional cards are drawn, and no betting takes place after the deal. It's more like the children's card game War, but with poker hands. Harding assured her that whatever you want, I will do. Harding, known for being with a lot of women, was obviously attracted to her, so she agreed to the stakes with reservations. Brooks didn't need to worry. She won. When Harding asked her to name her price, she said, "I'll take a set of White House china." The very next day, a barrel of china from the Benjamin Harrison administration was delivered to her door. This is one person's story, without any living witnesses, told 20 years after the fact, and recounted secondhand 20 years after that. But there are a lot of details, and there was the china as proof. But was it really for poker? We may never know. Even if true, this story may not be as scandalous as one would first imagine. Harding did not gamble away all the White House china, or even all the Benjamin Harrison china. There are still plenty of pieces in the White House collection. Some presidential administrations commission additional pieces of china from previous administrations, so the Harrison pattern china might not have been manufactured during Harrison's term, or even used by Harrison. However, Harding did gamble away property of the White House, so there is that. Thanks for watching. If this video made you want to gamble away your dishes, please help out the channel, like and subscribe. And please take a long sip of POTUS.com to learn more interesting facts about the presidents.